Yo, what's going on, everybody? It's your boy, Mr. Motivator here, back in here for another episode of the channel. And like that being said, thank y'all all for tuning in to today's episode. And like that, let's just get started. So for today's episode, I want to talk about why it's important for you to never give a person or thing too much of you. And what I mean by that is like kind of becoming too attached to something or someone. You never want to give a person or a thing too much of you because, it can make you once again become too attached to a person. And listen, it's good to love. It's really good to love a person. Understand life is filled with ups and downs, So to maintain a good balance, mental health, in my opinion, is best to not become too attached to someone or something. Now the reason why I say this is because, fallouts can happen, tragedies can pop up at any given time, and betrayal can happen as well, So if any of these things can occur, or any of these things do occur in life, it can leave you feeling like you're going to extremes, or it can leave you having to make decisions that's not the best decisions for yourself because your mindset is so clouded with these dark thoughts in the heat of a moment, which can lead to decisions that can harm you in the future of your life, or the long run or the short term. Case in point, right? An example of that, of what I'm talking about, as far as getting too attached to a person. Say like if you in a relationship with a person, right? And say like you spend over 90% of your time with that person, to the point you get used to that person's company, you get used to them being there, doing things with you, you get used to all this stuff, any little thing, from eating to watching TV to traveling places, any little things, you got this significant other with you. You know what I'm saying? You give them so much of your time and so much of you, to the point you become so attached. You're used to doing all these things with them. You know what I'm saying? So if they end up leaving you or betraying you in that little 10% time frame that y'all not with each other, you can flip out in your mind. You can go to extremes, thinking like, I gotta hurt this person or something like that, because you done gave that person so much of you that you could not see them doing this to you, or whatever the case may be. But your mind's so clouded in that heat of the moment, you're not even thinking straight because you got so attached to a person. Now you figure you don't know how to live without this person, or if a tragedy pop up, God forbid, and you happen to lose this person, it's going to be devastating for you in your mind, as far as how do I move on? How do I continue life without this person? You can slip into a deep, dark depression in your life, and you can figure like, man, some people not as strong to come out of that depression. Some people, they just go on with the wind. Once that happened, they be devastated in life and they never truly recover, no matter how hard they try. Sometimes it can lead to a person to wanting to take their own life because of a situation like that. You don't want to be in that situation. You know what I mean? So I'm not saying don't love people. I'm not saying don't care for people. All I'm saying is try not to be too attached to a person. Learn to love, but to not be too attached for a person or a thing. You know what I'm saying? Because don't feel too attached to a point where you feel as though your life has ended because that person broke up with you, they betrayed you, or you lost your mental well-being. Man, I was the ish when I was with this super hot chick, or I was the ish when I was with this guy and he had all this money and this, that, and third, left me high and dry now, because sometimes being too attached to a person can be a turnoff for a person too. They want their space or whatever the case may be, So you gotta learn how to love, but again, not be too attached to a person or a thing, not even no materialistic thing, a house or whatever the case may be, because if something happened to it, it leaves you that much more devastated as far as how to move on from things. You were born in this world alone, you came in alone, and more than likely you're gonna go out alone. You might have people by your side, but at your deathbed, but at the same token, they cannot go with you. When God's calling you, he's calling you. He ain't calling everybody and this, that, and the third. So very rarely do that happen, that you go out with someone else. So that being said, just understand that, it's important for you not to attach yourself too much to a person. Learn to love once again, but learn to not attach your person. Give yourself some time, that space where y'all can spend some time apart, where you develop that I miss you syndrome for that person, for that place, for that thing, And also, it'll help keep you from taking things for granted as well. A lot of people get too attached to a person, and you get to thinking you can treat them any old kind of way just because you always spending all this time with them. So you get to think it ain't gonna never leave, they ain't gonna never go nowhere. But really, in deeper reality, they just so probably don't want to hurt your feelings or whatever the case may be. They don't want to really bring up how they really feel with you. Because they love you. They want to protect your feelings too. They don't want you to be hurt. So how they might be feeling, they just have not found a way to really tell you how to just fall back a little bit. You know what I'm saying? And they think you might perceive that the wrong way. You might take it like, oh, what you mean? You don't want me in your life no more? Or is this the end? And they don't want you to go again to them extremes, to thinking like, I'm deleting his number. Or I'm deleting her number. I'm getting them out of here. This, that, and the third. Or they tired of me. That's how you really feel. And this, that, and the third. You don't want that to be the case. So again, take some time, learn to spend some time away from each other, and to get to develop that I miss you. You're never gonna miss home if you're always home. You know what I'm saying? If you're always in the house, you're never gonna get the chance to actually miss being in the house. So you gotta spend some time, a little bit of time away. So just understand that it can become more harder to focus if something happened. Become more harder to get things done if something happened because you're so attached to this person. You don't know how you're gonna move on. You don't know how, you're gonna pick up and keep carrying the load because it's a void in your life now. Because life always, just because you lost a person in your life or whatever the case may be, the bills still gonna be coming in. If you got kids, they still need to get fed. You need to get fed. Clothes still gonna have to be put on your back. It's things that's still gonna have to be done. If you got a job or you work for somebody or whatever, you still got obligations that need to be met. So you gotta still do what you have to do, especially out here in America, because I don't want to get into all that. But we are taught to keep one foot in front of the other because it be some real corporate bullshit going on out here as far as it make you question who you working for. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, just understand that have some type of healthy breaks from each other. Not saying go out and cheat or not go out and do this or do that. And no, I ain't saying all that. What I'm saying is have some healthy breaks from each other. Whether that healthy break at work, a healthy break could be you going to hang out with the homeboys for a few hours or something like that. Something where you develop that time and where it teach you guys how to do things on your own still and get stuff done on your own. Because listen, your team is super strong if all y'all can stand strong on your own. But you're even more stronger when y'all come together. You know what I'm saying? So just understand that. But if y'all can still fall apart and y'all can still be strong on your own, y'all good. Or if this person leave or whatever, you still know how to take care of yourself. You still know how to maintain. You still know how to do things on your own. That's always a good thing, You give a person too much of you, though, and they betray you or whatever the case may be, and it can lead in a situation like betrayal. If you give a person too much of you, it can leave you in constant defensive mode. It can leave you constantly never trusting again, or you become real heartless. You become real hurt people. So at the end of the day, you're gonna start being real evil and vindictive in how you move towards things and towards people. I see a lot of women definitely go through things like that, and they might have another future person that's a good man, but instead of you actually want to build and grow with that man, you probably want to use him and abuse him and get him to feel in the same pain you felt based off what a person from your past did to you, not necessarily what he did to you. Little do you know, God was trying to send you that here's your blessing. Here's your recovery right here. This is the one for you right here. This is supposed to be you learning from that mistake in the past, and this is your blessing right here. You just threw that right out. Man, you block your own blessings by doing stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? You gotta roll the dice. You can't sit there and say, man, I'll never love again, I'll never do this again, that, and the third, because the truth is you can't go around putting people on tie ropes when that's the case. You can't. It's not a circus act. You know what I'm saying? You only put clowns on tie ropes, people who can't take care of themselves. You want to expose them or you want to make a fool out of them just to show them, look, you can't do without me. And you shouldn't really try to do that to people anyway, in general. You know what I'm saying? But only fools and clowns get put on tie ropes. You should not be trying to put people on tie ropes. You got a significant other, you can't be putting them on a perfection or die kind of thing. Because truth be told, people gonna make mistakes. People gonna say things that they might be joking with you, but you might take it the wrong way. You know what I'm saying? And they don't know. They can't just jump inside your head and be like, oh, I know not to say this. And it take time. Y'all gonna take time to get to learn each other. Y'all gonna take time to get to know each other, to grow, and all these little things. They're gonna know over a period of time not to do that. But you can't put people on a tie rope. What happens if you fall off the tie rope? It's over. You know what I'm saying? So just understand that you don't want to be in that situation where you constantly feel like I can't never trust again, or you end up scorning people in the future who are good people for you based off what somebody else did to you. These people could be the people that help you excel in life. They might be the people that mend that broken heart, or help you mend that broken heart, could teach you things, show you things, help you with your finances, help you with your mental health, help you with whatever it is that you're trying to get to go in life. They might know, you might go into school for real estate. They might know some place where you can go ahead and get your first foot in the door with things. You know what I'm saying? But you would never know because you never gave them the time of day because you didn't want to open up yourself a little bit too much. You know what I'm saying? Again, don't get attached to people, but at the same token, don't get to the point where if you do become attached to a person, you get heartbroken or whatever the case may be, you feel cold and you don't know how to actually have a relationship with a person in a kind of a certain tier with a person where you're not too attached, but you still love them at the same token. You know what I'm saying? So understand that. If you are one of those people who are hurt out there, you've been through something, you did get real attached to a person, you try to give a person your all, you try to give them the best of you, all of that of you, and they still ended up betraying you, and now you real mean and you bitter, you heartbroken, and you just go around spewing all that negativity on everybody else. Just understand you probably need to seek some therapy for yourself. You probably need to seek some type of professional help for yourself, or to help you heal with that trauma and the things that you've gone through, because clearly you still have not recovered from that person. If you're still holding up your Sloman shield every single day and every time somebody tries to talk to you, you feel good about being evil. You feel good about, him, put him down, use him, abuse him. Yeah, because that's how Joe Blow from 10 years ago made me feel. So everybody, come on now. You can't be like that, man. You know what I'm saying? Because everybody not Joe Blow from 10 years ago. You know what I'm saying? So understand that trust takes years to build. It can be destroyed in a matter of minutes or seconds. By one person act, to make you, or it could be one person act to make you look totally different at them. You know what I'm saying? That's will constantly weigh on your mind, and it can even weigh on you physically, leave you depressed, lacking energy to do things that you would normally do or want to do. So just understand that. Don't give people too much of you. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying don't love people. Of course, love people. But at the same token, don't get too attached to a person. Don't get too attached to a thing. You might get too attached to a car. Next thing you know, you get into a car accident and that car is totaled. Now you walk around depressed. You mope because you done gave, man, I love this car. This was this. This was that. Don't. You know what I'm saying? Don't give too much of yourself to a person to the point where if you lose that, you don't know how to move on. That's all I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? That's the whole point of what I'm trying to tell you. Don't give them too much to the point where you feel as though if I lose that, I lost my entire world. Oh my God, I feel like I'm about to jump off the bridge. That's not good. You know what I'm saying? So that's just life. You know what I'm saying? Don't give too much anything. You know, that could be a job. It could be a car. It could be a house. It could be a spouse. It could be whatever. But what I would say is try to enjoy the moment while you have them. Because at the end of the day, man, any of this stuff that we accumulate in life, you cannot take it with you. You can't take no money. When you go out of life, you can't take no money with you. You can't take them cars with you. You can't take them clothes with you. Well, you can take the suit they're going to bury you in, but that's about it. You know what I'm saying? You can't take no materialistic things with you. The people there cannot go with you. You go by yourself. So at the end of the day, if a person go, they leave your life, just enjoy the moment because in the end of the day, really all we have left are the memories. It's true. You know what I'm saying? Time is the biggest commodity you can ever give a person. So if you give a person your time, just make sure they understand that, you understand that, y'all on the same page. Be with somebody who appreciate and value things the same way you value them. So if you end up giving too much of yourself to them, maybe you cushion yourself a little bit more. You know what I'm saying? If a tragedy happened, something like that. You know what I'm saying? So it'd be time well spent, you know? Like that being said, y'all, it's your boy, Mr. Motivated here. Like to take the time to thank y'all all for tuning into today's episode. Once again, like, share, subscribe if you're new to the channel. Share this video with anybody who you feel need to hear this video. This is really important for a lot of people out there because we all have been there before where we got too attached to somebody or we got too attached to something and we lost that something. But that was God trying to send you that message. Don't get too attached to anybody or anything to a point. Lose it, knock you off your A game. Now you're sitting there with a cloud of thoughts. Some people recover from that. Some people would take a week to recover from. Some people take a day to recover from. Some people don't recover from it at all. So keep that in mind. Stay strong out here. Stay on your A game, man. And like that, I'll catch y'all on the next episode, y'all. It's your boy, Mr. Motivated, man. I'm out.